Our teaching theme this autumn has been crossing over. Biblically, crossing over is about leaving something behind. A new beginning, a new chapter, with God often proclaiming a new name. In many ways, this theme captures something of our church's story so far and provides a prophetic voice towards our future. As is often the case, when considering our story, we see that we are part of something much bigger. Our church began as Olivet Memorial Church in 1893 with a vision to glorify Christ and reach people for Jesus. The young church initially met in downtown Brockton before purchasing the land to build the property we know today at 191 Torrey Street. The first service was held in April 1963 with a building dedicated to the glory of God. This house birthed three churches: Trinity Chapel in 1969, South Shore Community Church in 1995, and Love Alliance in 2015. In 2005, Olivet Memorial Church merged with South Shore Community Church, adopting the newer of the two names. As is often the case throughout the years, change was consistent, as well was God's faithfulness. We are once again at a moment of change. For some, this is exciting. For others, it is uncertain. All emotions are valid. As someone who has personally experienced considerable change, my family and I left everything behind to follow the Lord's leading. I believe that this is an exciting moment to follow the Lord as He leads us. So what is not changing? Our vision to create environments where people encounter God is not changing. Our organizational structure and values is not changing. So what is changing? Reflecting on our vision and mission, it feels like the Lord is bringing us into greater opportunities to expand our reach, to serve more people, and to dream bigger. For many years, our church has prayed for a facility of our own, with numerous prophecies that we are to create a resource center that will be a home to many ministries and agencies. All these groups working, as with the dedication of the Torrey Street building in 1963, to the glory of God. God's faithfulness and grace towards us mean we are beginning to see this prophecy come to pass with the purchase of 421 Torrey Street. Regarding the property purchase, we are currently responding to extensive building surveys, code updates and refit plans identified during our due diligence period and as directed by our ministry leaders. Your voice is welcome during this process. We will have numerous sessions dedicated to updates while also making space for questions. Now onto naming. Over the last 5 years, we've received numerous encouragements, suggestions, and prophecies from respected voices directing us to rename the church, believing that doing so will launch a new season and provide a new wineskin for the new wine God desires to give us. A name is important. It speaks life and gives meaning to what God is doing. Language matters. In complete transparency, I have been slow to move on this, recognizing the turbulence of leading through the COVID and post-COVID season and not wishing a mere rebranding exercise. And yet, I cannot deny the consistency of God's voice and the clarity and singularity with which we have heard Him speak to us. Let's start with South Shore Community Church. It's not a bad name. It's served the church well. And yet increasingly key voices have said we are not South Shore Community Church anymore. We are changing. We have changed. And that's okay. Some in our church family were part of Olivet Memorial Church and have seen many changes. For others, South Shore Community Church has an extensive history. For many, the past few years are the years they have known, with much of the longer history being new information. Naming is a difficult task. Most names do not settle until time has passed. For some, renaming is exciting, evoking a rallying call for the new and the next. For others, renaming is unwanted, provoking unrest and at times unhelpful actions. When Olivet experienced some changes, a prayer group met to pray against change. Please do not do that. So why rename? Biblically, naming is important. It helps us to give words to something. Words are like seeds, they grow. A name brings clarity of purpose, provides insight into priority, and explains identity in the present and in the desired future. Names are also prophetic. They're often spoken before something is visible. Think of an unborn child. But to simply say because the Lord has spoken, although true, risks silencing other voices and opinions. I want you to know your voice is welcome. Since 2020, God has been speaking to us about a Jesus revolution, a distinct turnaround from one direction to another, a transformation and a new kingdom order. Theologically, Jesus' kingdom announcements were revolutionary, not inciting rebellion or violence, but a strong call to turn from one direction and follow another, Jesus himself. 5 years ago, my wife Sarah was praying for a Jesus revolution in our church and broader community. Over the years that followed, the word revolution came to us many times from respected prophetic voices, many of whom knew nothing of our journey. On Sunday, November the 2nd, we presented these prophetic words from the Lord and gave greater clarity to the journey we have been on. If you missed that week or would like to revisit that message, please visit our YouTube page and you can find the information there. Our board and intercessory prayer team have been praying about the facility search and the church name for many years. Recently, at a leadership time away, new voices to the conversation echoed Sarah's from 5 years earlier, stating, "We need a Jesus revolution, not just a revolution." That word felt true. We therefore believe the Lord is leading us to transition to Jesus Revolution Church. This becoming will align with a facility move, the date of which is yet to be determined. So, moving forward, as we navigate these changes and many others ahead, we do so in the context of seeking to listen to the voice of God and his people. Your voice and participation are and will be essential. There are numerous decisions yet to be made, including the naming of the facility at 421, developing building plans and identifying mission opportunities, to name just a few. Again, your voice is not only welcome, but required. Some important dates. Please make every effort to join us at our information evening on Thursday, January the 8th, 6:30 till 8 p.m. at 421 Torrey Street. If during this time you have questions, and that's reasonable, please join us at one of our monthly Ask Anything, Let's Cross Over Together sessions. We're having these once a month. The December date is the 14th and the January date is the 18th, and more dates will follow. These sessions will take place directly after our 10 a.m. gathering in the conference room, the room labeled Library at 191 Torrey Street. As we cross over, let's do so together. Thank you for being part of the journey, past, present, and future.